So before I start any of my tracks, and this wasn't something that I did when I started producing, but now that I've learnt this, it really helps me to have a much better flow with my tracks. So before I get going with any of my music, I'll do the research first to find the main hook. So it might be the vocal hook or the synth hook. And what this helps me to do is just to get that sort of identity of the track first and the main sort of part that's going to give it that character. Also, what this does is it just helps to like inspire a lot of ideas. If I hear a texture or a vocal hook first, it really sort of gives me inspiration for the rest of the track. What I used to do was build a sort of drum groove and build the arrangement, and then it would get to the end of the track and I'd feel like there was something missing and it needed that extra something to give it that character. Obviously, it depends on what style of track you're making. If you were making, you know, say like a more minimal style track, you might not want to have a big vocal in there or a big synth or lead sound in there, which is absolutely fine. But each track does have its own hook in itself. So like in a more minimal track, it might be like the bass line becomes the hook, and that's something that you can really hear clearly and which people, you know, latch onto. Or it might be like a part in the percussion that has like a question and answer that's really giving it that character. So it all depends on what kind of style track you're making. I want to find a vocal hook and I really want to find just something that's going to give the track a bit more character. One thing that I like to do as well, just before we get looking into the vocals, is I like to find a cappellas that might be a sample from a track, and I just use that to get an idea going, so that it just gets an idea flowing quickly. And then once the track's arranged, I'll then reach out to singers and see if they can recreate something that's completely unique and completely original, but along that same vibe. So if you hear a sample that's in a track, it might be an old disco track or an old house track or soul, R&B, whatever genre it is, just work with that. Instead of, you know, thinking, oh, I need something, I'm not going to be able to get this cleared and I need something original, just work with that sample that you have and, yeah, just come back to it later on and just approach singers and see if they can recreate something completely unique.